Culture Readers. Foods. Level 2. Foods from France. Copyright 2022. Seed Learning. All rights reserved. Facts about France. Did you know that more people visit France every year than any other country? Almost 85 million people visit there each year. In France, you can visit the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre Museum. Because of its shape, some people call France l'hexagon, the hexagon. France has many great foods. For example, there are more than 400 types of cheeses in France. But we're going to look at baguettes, souffles, and madeleines. Baguettes. When most people think of France, they think of baguettes. This long, thin bread is part of every meal in France. Why is a baguette long and thin? Some say it was Napoleon's idea. He wanted bread that his men could carry in their pockets. Others say baguettes are this shape so that people don't need knives to cut the bread. They can break it by hand. In 1920, a law said that bakers could not work before 4 a.m. Baguettes cook more quickly than other breads, so bakers made them ready for breakfast. In 1993, French people made a law about the size and ingredients of a baguette. It must be 5 to 6 centimeters wide and 55 to 65 centimeters long. You can use only 4 ingredients to make a baguette: flour, yeast, water, and salt. If it has other things added, it is not a baguette. Baguettes are great with all kinds of foods. You can try to make them at home. Souffles. The first souffle was made in the 1700s. A man named Vincent Lachapelle made the first souffle. He used eggs, kidneys, and lemon. In the 1800s, souffles started to appear in most restaurants. Souffles are delicious, but they are very difficult to make. People make them for special events. They are not an everyday food. When you cook a souffle, it becomes tall and light. Souffle means blown up. Don't open the oven door while you are cooking a souffle. It will spoil it. Souffles are very light and fluffy. But you must eat your souffle quickly. Make sure everyone is ready to eat as soon as you take it out of the oven. After 5 minutes, it will fall. It will still taste good, but it won't look pretty. A souffle's main ingredient is egg. You need the white and the yolk. Then you can add other ingredients. A souffle can be sweet or salty. Cheese souffle is one kind of souffle. Many people like spinach souffle. Common sweet souffles include lemon or chocolate souffle. Raspberry is good too. Madeleines. The French love to eat madeleines. What are madeleines? They are soft cakes made with eggs, flour, sugar, and butter. Many French foods contain a lot of butter. This cake is shaped like a shell. It is smooth on one side and bumpy on the other. Madeleines are often eaten hot in the French markets with a cup of coffee in the morning. People also eat them for afternoon tea. Who made the first madeleine? Some people say the madeleine was first baked by a baker named Jean Avis in the 1800s. Other people say the madeleine is much older. One story is that the first madeleine was made in the town of Commercy in Lorraine in the 1700s. There are now many companies in Commercy that make madeleines. A young girl named Madeleine lived in Commercy. She was asked to bake something for the Duke of Lorraine, Stanislaw Leszczynski. The only thing Madeleine knew how to make was her grandmother's cake recipe. Luckily, the Duke loved her cakes. Soon everyone in Commercy wanted to eat her cakes, and they called them madeleines. King Louis XV visited Commercy and tried madeleines. He took some home to Paris for his wife. She also loved them. In time, everyone in France came to enjoy madeleines. These three foods are loved all over France. Madeleines are easier to make than a baguette or a souffle. Why don't you try to make them at home?